Hello and welcome into First High School for the
I am ecstatic right now, happy for some Mason Comet basketball. It's tournament time, the sectional finals. Mason Comet's taking on the Lakota West Firebirds. What more could you ask for? Yeah, like you talked about, that first game was not close at all. Mason dominated that whole game. That was when Mason really felt like they had a chance to win the league. You know, they lost some games here and there, but back to playing, I think, their best basketball so far, and this is the right time to be doing it. Yeah, Lakota West, they got two guys, but they're all offense. Nate Dudukovic to go along with Kelvin Turner, the best tandem scoring-wise in the GMC, and looking to beat their GMC opponent, the Mason Comets, tonight to move on to those district finals. If you look at Mason's starting lineup, it's not all about Smith and Killens. You got Eli Jordan and Michael Molinar, really good football duo down low, but they're showing their talent on the court. And then you round that up with Alex Morton, the sensational junior, tough guy down low, can really play anywhere on the court.
GMC and rebound go with Ben Minnick and William Layfield.
If you look at keys to victory for Mason, you know, we talked about it. You got to guard Dudukovic, you got to guard Turner. Other than those two, Lakota West, you know, their supporting cast definitely isn't the best in the GMC as Mason fights for the tip, won by Killens. Not a bad shot by Killens. You know, you usually see one of those to kind of test out how he's feeling today. Not able to connect on his first, but not a bad shot for the Comets. Smith got lucky. Uncharacteristic, kind of fell asleep on Dudukovic. You can't let that guy shoot. One of the best three-point shooters in the GMC.
Yeah, Smith, of course, one of the best defenders in the GMC as well. He was a defensive player, GMC Defensive Player of the Year last year.
You know, Lakota West, out of all the teams in the GMC, they are not one of the best at applying pressure. So Mason, that's going to be big for them. They've handled pressure pretty well today, but they can kind of be more comfortable.
I believe got 27 on Moore last time they played up, so Moore trying to rebound a little bit on the defensive side this game.
I mean, yeah, Mason, something they really preach is defense, and we've known that for a long time. We see that in their lineups. At least that's who they start, as kind of their more defensive kind of guys.
There's Cassell there. Cassell and Lavender both in the start for the Firebirds as well. Usually a couple guys come off the bench, but they're getting the start tonight for Layfield and Minnick.
Yeah, Minnick, he had a rough game last time the Comets and Firebirds went at it. A few air balls in crucial moments for him. That's frustrating. I'm sure for him it's going to be big to kind of just pride in terms of playing well this game.
That's good defense by Eli Jordan down low. He's able to keep the ball out of bounds. It's not Weber. It's going to be a big point kick for West offense as well. We mentioned Turner and Dudukovic, plus the Weber, big man down low, 6'5", tall on the court. So
great defense from Molnar, but if you're Jordan, you got to grab that.
Turner's going to pass this one in. That's good defense by Smith going out in the Dukovic.
Yeah, that's his game right there. Leads the GMC in steals, but not only steals, kind of those tips and deflections are big, even when you don't come up with the ball. But it's nice to kind of apply a little pressure to Lakota West and not get them everything they want.
Yeah, he's also turning and rebounding and leading this team as well.
And that's what Mason's been doing so far. Those tips and deflections, forcing it out of bounds. Lakota West is going to be forced to take it out of bounds like 4 times already this possession.
Great job, Firebird still for the first couple minutes here as Thomas leads 2-0. Turner trying to drive around Morton to the left side. He's full out. Alex Morton, great start on the offensive side, and then shoulder skills out there on the defensive side as well.
This is going to get personal for Alex Morton. Last time around, Kelvin Turner, he gave him work. I think at over 20 points in that game, Morton did not feel like he had his best game defensively, so it's going to be big for him and his pride to kind of lock up on Turner this game.
Just one possession for the Firebirds continues. And a punt shot from Turner, long three, no real back on, Smith rebound.
You look at that Lakota West Fairfield game when Lakota West upset the Indians. Fairfield in that game, Lakota West, they did not miss a lot of shots. I think they shot almost 50% from 3. And, that's what they do. They're a very offensive-heavy team. And a lot of that comes from the three-point line and Weber, Dukovic, and Turner. Yeah, you can't give him a lot of room. Usually guys like that, he was pretty far out was Turner, and Morton, kind of used to guarding some of those bigger guys because he is one of the bigger guys on Mason's team. But he's got to realize how versatile he is and get out on him.
Yeah, Jordan's going to take the three, and he knocks it down.
Talk about versatility. Eli Jordan, one of the toughest players down low, but we can see he knocks that shot down from a pretty high clip.
Great defense from Killen. 6-2 off the shell. And Smith trying to drive. On the Dukovic. So that's a good start. It's good to get Nathan Dukovic a little bit of foul trouble. Kind of frustrating him early.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe, he's not used to that foul trouble, but you get Dukovic into foul trouble, you can kind of distribute your defenders in a different way and really lock down on the Firebirds. Like I said, their supporting cast definitely isn't one of the best in the GMC.
Yeah, Jordan, another three, and it's good. So Eli Jordan, he's got 2
Eli Jordan, he does it all. Defensive specialist, he rebounds, he's tough down low. Star wide receiver, going to play football at Sacred Heart University, Division I athlete, and, add 3-point shooting to his repertoire.
He's playing some D1 basketball instead, man, after the Super Bowl like that.
Well, if you're Lakota West, you got to get out on that. I know, you got guys you circle on the scouting report on guys you want to get out on because they're shooters, and I don't know if Eli Jordan was one of them for Lakota West. I don't know if that's the execution or that's the scouting, but I'm sure they know now.
Yeah, you almost feel like this game's going to come down to what's kind of those more role players to step up. Other than the two for the Comets, you have Killens and Morton, the 2 big scores for the Comets, and Dukovic and Turner, 2 big scores for Lakota West. You almost feel like what's other guys in the starting lineup on the bench not coming off and have good games, you feel like that team's going to win the game. And right now, you got Jordan already with 6 stepping up big time.
Hey, we're halfway through the first quarter, 10-3 Comets lead.
Now Turner, the ball.
The way Mason runs their offense and their continuity, they're going to get their points. So they feel about like almost every game it's about their defensive side, especially against a good offensive team like Lakota West.
What's up, guys? We're not going the other way. Eli Jordan continues that hot start there.
Eli Jordan, when you have more confidence like that, it's kind of easier. Your adrenaline's going to be up a little bit, so it's kind of easier to put your body on the line and make a move like that to take a charge. And Jordan's just riding his adrenaline and momentum right now.
Jordan 6 and Morton 4 for the Comets. So Collins up 10-3, and Trey Killen has get the score. Such a really good sign at getting some production. With some other players as well.
We've seen with Killens, he has slow starts, he has cold games, but he's going to get his points. His season low this season is only 15 points. So.
Get anything they want inside also. So 12-3. Collins on an 8-0 run right now.
Yeah, that was a high-scoring game, that West and Fairfield game was, and Lakota West just sloppy on the defensive side again.
Back, a 2-on-1. He's going to go all the way. He's going to knock it out. So Collins, 14-3. What a start. How about Lakota West? We're going crazy right now here early.
Yeah, the Mason Comets, they're doing it all. We talk about the defensive side, barely even touched about offense. Alex Morton, Trey Killens, that nice move. Like I said, he's going to get his points. He's going to get his opportunities. And no matter how much Lakota West is going to try to stop him, when Mason plays defense like that and they get turnovers and they get out in transition, Killens is going to get his points.
Yeah, one of the best transition scorers in the conference. If you look back to his game against Walnut Hills, him and Molnar had huge end of the game that just led the Comets to victory. They were down by 7 with about 2 minutes to go. Killens with a big three. Killens got a huge and one. Johnson a three. Molnar hits a bunch of foul shots on the stretch. Does a huge come from the back, come from behind win there. The Comets a lot of momentum right now.
Yeah, it's nice for Mason to kind of see that they're playing. They're going off exactly how they left off last game against Walnut Hills. It feels like that energy's there. And they had a big weekend practice, what they felt was a really good weekend practice.
Good defense there by Molnar. Getting up in the face of Lavender. Comes did a good job denying Turner and Nadukovic. Turner and Nadukovic did not touch the ball that possession. And it's no ball. Great defensive series for the Comets.
You know, I think they just have more energy than Lakota West right now, and they came out ready to play. And then when you come out ready to play, they get it. They get a big lead early, 14-3, like we see, and they're kind of riding that. Lakota West is a little, you know, their air is coming out of the balloon for the Firebirds.
They're definitely playing a little nervous with the three-pointer. Turner is good. He's not all six.
And you see that for Turner, that might get him going. Not only him, but the whole Lakota West team. It's a big momentum stopper.
Well, the Comets haven't thrown the blow leads like this. They had one against Hamilton. They were up 15-3, and they ended up losing that game on the road. Also had a pretty big lead against Princeton and lost that one. So the Comets have blown a couple big leads this year. So this game is far from over here early. Eli Jordan again for three. This one a little bit short, no good. So he's finally missing one from the outside.
Yeah, he's a great shooter. His first two threes, though, came wide open. And your first three that is contested like that was a pretty good contest there from Turner.
That's a really good contest from Morton as well. Turner step back, tough shot, kind of fading away from the three-point line, airballs it. Now Killen trying to get to the rim, and he gets fouled.
That's what he's going to have to do, and you can kind of tell, you kind of know when he's going to go attack like that. Everyone kind of slowed down, but you saw him getting ready to take it to the hoop, and the defense there from Menick just wasn't good enough.
Killen so quick, draws a lot of fouls almost every time he drives in. Seems like he either finishes or gets fouled.
I think it's going to be Layfield who's going to be tasked with guarding Trey Killens. Coming in, we thought Lakota West was going to come in with a box-and-one action, but you know, you're going to take them right out of that box-and-one if you have guys like Eli Jordan and Alex Morton scoring like this. That box-and-one offense or defense is, you know, we run it on our rec team, so why don't you explain what that is?
Well, you got guys in a box. You got two guys down low, two guys up top, and one guy's chaser. So you stick with a certain defender all the time. So the West would have one guy sticking on Killen, essentially playing some man-to-man defense, and the other two guys down low, two guys up on the elbows.
Yeah, and obviously Killen's going to be the guy they're going to guard. Mason has thought about it, but they don't really run a lot of zones, unless they feel like in games like that Princeton game where their man defense was just not working.
You know, that's a little difficult about a box-and-one is if the guy the chaser, the guy who's playing man, it almost takes him out of the game a little bit on the offensive side. They have to spend so much of their energy playing defense, especially since the other team's best player.
Which would be nice to see if, depending on who Lakota West had to put on Killens as the chaser,
And that three-pointer too long by Killens to overshoot from three there early. And we see one up from West to Dukovic for three. He's going to knock it down. He's going to
That's Nathan Dukovic forte right there. Just out in transition, quick little catch and shoot, not too much contest. You know, he doesn't worry about a lot of pressure, so knocking it down for Dukovic, that might get his confidence going.
Killens, about 4 seconds to go. He's going to step back, hit the three. Oh, in and out. Pretty close there from Killens. At the end of the first quarter, 14-9. We're going to take a short break. Be sure to be back for the second quarter. Welcome back here to Fairfield High School for some second quarter action. As the Comets see the Firebirds 14-9. Of course, the Mason Comets resume 15-5 on the year, 10-5, which is good for third in the GMC. Huge win against Walnut Hills, some big wins this year. They beat Lakota West twice, and a huge win against Division II powerhouse Tippecanoe as well. And last year, they're trying to avenge their loss against Lakota West in the second round of the tournament. Lakota West went on to go to the district finals and they lost to Centerville.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big story tonight is Mason, that revenge tour. That was the first game in the tournament Mason played. And it was kind of a weird game because Lakota West was a lower seed, or a worse seed, because their best player, Julian Mackey, was out most of the year. They came in, Julian Mackey was finally back, and they're obviously going to be a better team than their seed was. And that was just unfortunate for Mason.
Yeah, Mackey scored in the 30s that game, and Comets lost by about 8. It's also interesting, so West lost to Centerville, and the Comets would play Centerville if they win, most likely, and they lost to Centerville 2 years ago in the tournament. So a lot of revenge games maybe for the Comets. As that three-pointer is flipped corner, and 3 to 7 wall, the Firebirds still play on 9 and 3 from the Dukovic.
Yeah, Turner's quick, and he gets that shot off. It's one of the hardest to block in the GMC or even get a good contest. And yeah.
Smith's going to take the three, and Smith knocks it down. So big three from
Yeah, it's going to be big for him to get his three-point shot going. He's been hitting lately, leads the team currently in three-point percentage. You know, Mason hasn't had the best luck shooting. As you're going to see, Johnson's now on Turner. He just checked into the game.
Layfield drives. Going to get taken there by Layfield. Coming out the pass to Dukovic. Gets on the board for Lakota West.
Yeah, if you're Killens, Layfield's one of those guys you can't let get points like that, points that easily. You know, they're going to score a little bit. But on a nice take like that from Layfield, Killens got to be there to stop that.
So a pretty good defensive possession here in the Firebirds. Comets swinging around, 3-point line, trying to find someone open. 2 pump fakes there.
You know, Mason doesn't mind that. You know, they run their offense. Lakota West is in a zone, so it's hard to Mason to get their flex offense like that.
He makes that look so easy. One of the hardest things in basketball. He just does it with ease.
That's funny. Trey Killens, you know, he makes, like you said, makes some of the hardest plays look easy, and he's been working on that. You know, you see a lot of guys, they kind of start to develop their basic basketball skills, then that comes later. For Killens, he had some of those skills earlier, but it was kind of the basic things for him that weren't getting him playing time like last year, such as things like defense and passing that he finally picked it up.
Yeah, he was a swing player last year, varsity and JV, and now goes to national leading scorer in the GMC. There's Max Johnson with a steal, and a little bit of miscommunication there. That was out in front of Killens, scores kind of like stop and start too. So unfortunately though, that ball's going the other way, and it's a turnover you can't really have in that fast break situation.
Looked like Johnson maybe was a little scared of those footsteps there. He had 3 defenders on him, wanted to give a nice dish to Killens, but Killens was just too far behind.
I think that's Weber. Pretty good move by him, but doesn't get it to call there. The big man for the Firebirds.
Great defense from Michael Monar there. That's going to be big. He's their 3rd best scorer is Brady Weber.
And 3 from Smith, and that was good. So Matthew Smith, the 3-point line, Eli Jordan. Thomas knocking him down here early. They lead 22-14.
Yeah, that's going to be big. You know, Smith last game, he was in a lot of foul trouble, didn't get to play a lot against Walnut Hills, but he played, and the same thing happened last year when they lost to Lakota West in the tournament. So it's going to be nice for him if he can have a big game offensively.
Weber didn't get that one to go, and Monar down low. This is that shot. Westland's running a foul there. And Monar for 3. That one's too strong. But that's good also by Smith trying to save it. And Firebirds are going to end up over there. A little bit of a weird sequence in that possession.
Really weird sequence. You know, Smith, a lot of contact there when he went for that steal.
And then for Dukovic, gets the rest. Shot goal for the Firebirds. Knocks down 2 more. He's going to be a great player in these next couple years, averaging 20 points a game as a sophomore.
Only a sophomore. 2nd leading scorer in the GMC. And Smith was open in the corner. Johnson didn't see him. I think it's nice for the Comets. You got to slow it down, you know. In a fast-paced game, probably Lakota West is going to have the advantage.
Yeah, great rebound by Matthew Smith. Playing a great game so far. Struggled a little bit against Walnut Hills. Didn't score. Had some foul trouble. He's really responding here tonight.
Mason is switching up the offense they're going to run. They have a decent amount of offense, different offensive sets against zones. They've been working on it a lot this week, and it gets Jordan an open layup.
Nice, Jordan. It's the easiest shot the Comets are going to get. All game, some miscommunication by West, didn't shift over, and nice cut from Jordan. And he's leading all scorers, or leading the Comets with 8. Turner's got 9 for the Firebirds. And to Dukovic, long 3. That one no good. On the back of the rim and then the top of the backboard.
It's nice for Mason. You can't let Dukovic get hot because you can play good defense. If he starts getting hot, you give him some easy shots early, then it doesn't matter what kind of defense you play. Dukovic, one of those most hot and cold players, so when he starts hitting, you know, he doesn't care about the defense.
The Comets doing a good job holding down the other guys. The only other points besides Dukovic and Turner is Layfield with 2. Killens drives, and there the ball travels here. So ball going the other way to the Firebirds.
Morton finally checking back in. He's going to get Molnar. Molnar's been doing a really good job on Brady Weber. We haven't heard his name too much. Like you said, no points. Layfield's the only one who has any points besides Dukovic and Turner for West.
Yeah, Weber the leading rebounder of the GMC at 6'5". Pretty well against the Comets the first game this year.
That's Jordan on Turner, and great tip from Alex Morton, who he's going to be checking in, and he's going to be tasked with guarding Weber now.
Yeah, ton of tip passes, deflections today for the Comets. Just kind of shows that they're the team playing tougher defense right now. Good cut from Layfield, but can't find the handle, so the Comets getting the ball back here with about 2 minutes to go left in the first half. Morton drives baseline. Kicks it out, Johnson, one more to Smith, pump fakes, and Smith, a little too strong there on the floater. Some good also trying to get it back, but unfortunately that leads to an open shot there.
Really unlucky there for Mason. Like you said, good hustle from a lot of Comets there, but the other one's got to get back.
I know Stockton on that pass, Jordan and Morton got tipped. Layfield in transition, and he gets fouled. That one's going to be on the floor.
Yeah, Mason, I talked about it earlier, they got to slow down. Jordan looked like he tried to force something there. He had a decent look, but kind of rushed the pass a little too much and didn't have time to really locate his man.
Yeah, to throw that one a little harder as well. Just kind of lobbed it up there. Layfield with the ball now. One of the quickest players for West. And Turner, another long three, and he knocks it down. Lakota Turner, Firebirds in this game. It's a 3-point game.
Along with Dukovic, if he gets hot, you know, it's trouble for the Comets.
Turner already was 12 in this game. 4 off from the 3-point line.
Mason's biggest key on defense was kind of get out on the 3-point line, especially to Dukovic and Turner. And Turner's got out of the gym range. So you got to get out a little further than you may think.
And Johnson for 3. That one no good.
1 minute to go.
And the Dukovic shot, he gets fouled. So if it knocks him down, it could be a 1-point game. So all of a sudden, feels like it was just a couple minutes ago when the Comets were up by 11. And just like that, 3-point game, the Dukovic's going to the line.
Caleb Pitcock's going to check in for the Comets. That's interesting. We're almost at halftime, and that is only the 7th player that Mason's going to put in the game. Pitcock for the first time, and then Bryson King, a usual bench player, hasn't got much time or any time.
A little bit of offense or defense maybe in this situation.
Yeah, he's going to get Johnson exactly like you said, offense to defense. Layfield's going to pick him up right away before the free throw's even shot.
Comets lead by 2 here, under a minute to go in the first half.
I'm not sure if Mason is holding for the last shot, but they're definitely not going to be want to be in any rush.
Yeah, West is really running transition game. That one long three by Killen. He backs it down. I didn't know about that shot when the bucket was in. Doesn't get it by Killen. Knocks it down.
Right as I said, I don't know if they're going to rush anything. Trey Killen's kind of the definition of rushing a shot, but you know, if you're hitting shots like that, you can do that.
This is the leading scorer in the GMC. First one ever for the Comets. You're allowed to shoot shots like that there. So 10 seconds to go. Good hands by Jordan. And they're going over and back.
The refs are going to talk about it, and looks like that ref, wrong call. He didn't see it was tipped, so that's going to go Lakota West way.
Yeah, the West parents started to get up and yell about that, but yeah, that definitely was not the right call. But West is going to keep the ball now. With 7 seconds to go, and foul on Jordan, on Turner. I guess in this case, fouls aren't the worst thing in the world. The Firebirds are not in the bonus, and there's 6 seconds to go. So trying to kind of rush through the last shot, maybe pass in bounds against it.
Yeah, Mason only has 4 fouls, so they have fouls to give. That's what you want to do in this situation. Not let West get an easy shot. Definitely don't want to foul a shooter, though.
That's good D by Morton. Unfortunately, goes back into Turner. Misses a shot. And a putback. And that's going to be Weber on the putback. So just like that, West goes in the second one. That's at an 11-point lead. Just like that, 27-25. That's actually Ben Minnick when he knocks down that shot.
Yeah, we're going to head to a break for halftime. Comets lead the Firebirds 27-25.
Probably like a short or something. All right. Hello and welcome back to the action. Sorry about those technical difficulties there. It's the Comets lead 32-27. About 6 minutes to go here left in the third quarter.
Yeah, good start for Mason coming out in the second half. They're playing well down low. That's good to see if you're the Comets. They've really been able to score from anywhere on the court.
Yeah, it's a 2-point game at the half. And that's a big step back three there from Kelvin Turner. What a shot. And man, that's his 5th three of the game.
Yeah, great move by Turner. Had every Lakota West fan on their feet. And Alex Morton, you can't be discouraged by that. He kind of slipped up a little bit, got crossed up. And it's hard to just kind of put your head down and take yourself out of the game. The Comets need Morton.
That's Turner, the leading scorer in this game. He's got 15 with 5 threes. That really fired up this West student section and parents. Smith, long three. Short there, a little bit of a tough shot. That was a deep one there from Smith.
He's a good three-point shooter, but that's not really a shot. If you're Mason, you want to keep running your offense. You know, they've been getting stuff down low to start the second half, so you kind of want to keep pounding it down there.
Yeah, Morton's really been doing a good job inside. Smith as well. So now West trying to tie up this possession. The Comets have had the lead for the whole game. They got off to that 4-0 start and really never looked back since. But here's to Dukovic, a nice spin move, gets to the middle, tries to draw the foul, good straight up defense. Smith the rebound, Comets in transition. Here's Killens trying to dump out to Morton, and he does, and he gets a layup for 2. Great transition offense.
Good job by Morton to be there and get down the court like that. And great defense from Molnar on the other end. Like you said, straight up, using his body. He's a hard guy to move. And real athletic rebound from Matthew Smith.
So West trying to swing it around. They try to find Layfield down low. He's got a height advantage on Killens. Fades away. That's great defense there from Killens. Tough shot. And Molnar goes for the rebound. West fans want to travel. But the Comets are going to get a timeout. So a smart timeout there from Coach Richards.
I think Molnar got kind of lucky there. From what I saw, that was a travel. He went up and get the ball, and he fell coming down. You know, obviously to fall, you're going to have to move 2 feet. Just a rule in basketball, that's a travel. But good call by Richards to call a timeout.
Yeah, certainly thought the same there. Same thing there, Ben. But Comets lucky to keep the ball here. So Turner with 15. And the West has 30. So he's got half their points, knocking down threes. And the threes have really been what's keeping West in it. The Comets shooting some threes at a higher rate too. So this one is going to be a high-scoring game here as they take the timeout with about 3:30 to go left here in the third quarter. Comets lead by 4.
It's going to be big to get Killens going for Mason. Only has 7 points. We talk about his career, or season low, is 15 points, so he's not even on pace to get that. But, he kind of steps it up in second halves. As he take there, it's good from Killens.
Yeah, right on cue there, Ben. Huge shot from Killens. He's got 10 now, as long as Smith, 2 leading scorers for the Comets. Smith only averages about 9 a game, so he's already above his average. And Killens gets a steal. Great defense on deflection by Jordan. Kills the transition. He gets it to go. So now we talk about Trey Killens stepping it up. He gets 4 points in a span of about 20 seconds.
Yeah, those defensive plays are really what lifts you and gives you momentum. And Eli Jordan there just telegraphing that pass. And a good job by Killens to be there. And Killens didn't have numbers, but that doesn't matter for him. The Dukovic now. No good.
Yeah, it's lucky there for the Comets. That's a shot he can knock down. You've seen Turner's been knocking him down. Dukovic only has 1 from the outside. So if both those guys were on their A game, this would be a completely different game for the Comets. Killens drives, kicks it out. Molnar thought about the 3. Instead, he'll pass it back out to Jordan, now to Smith. Now back to Killens. He can take the 3 short there. And Alex Morton, great rebound, going up strong. Misses the putback. And they're going to call a jump ball there, a little bit of a quick jump ball call. Looked like Weber kind of ripped that one away, but Lakota West getting the jump ball anyways with the arrow going back to the comments here.